Johnson. Montana Johnson for the Reign. Corey Burson for the Wildcats. Inside pitch, got hit by a pitch. So Montana Johnson will take her base. And that will bring up Bree Hudson for the Reign. Johnson going to walk it off there at first. So Bree Hudson enters the batter's box for the Reign. Pitch on the way, outside for a ball. Runner advances to 2. One out. Wildcats are the home team for this particular pool play game. Final pool play game takes place tomorrow at 10, I believe. Pitch fouled back to the dugout for the Reign. Lanier will scoop it up and give it back to Corey. 1-1 the count here to Bree Hudson. Pitch called low for a ball. Going to run to 3. Throw made by PJ. Not quite in time. Lena Driscoll makes the tag. She's called safe. 2-1 the count now to Bree Hudson. One out, no score. Strike. Called on the outside corner there. So 2-2 the count to Bree Hudson. Swing and a miss for out number 2. That'll bring up Oakley Dyer for the Wildcats. Oakley used to be a Wildcat when we first joined the team. Swing and a miss. Foul tip back, actually. Got a little piece of that one. Foul tip back once again for strike 2. Two outs, 2 strikes here to Oakley Dyer. Pitch on the way. Slung over to the third baseman. Driscoll goes for it. I believe Payson's playing shortstop for us today, as Kyler Taylor is playing basketball, so Payson has stepped in for her. That'll bring up Draven Brooks for the Reign. 2 outs for the Wildcats. There's strike 1. Throw to 2. Over second, but we're there for backup. So quickly the ball comes back in. Brooks will step back in. Corey Burson for the Wildcats in the circle. Pitch on the way. Strike. Ball thrown over third. KJ's going to throw it to PJ. PJ's going to have to make the tag and chase her down. Chase her down. There we go. For out number 3. So at the end of 1, they got 1 run across the plate. Do you show 1?
Yeah, they got 1.
Okay. So the Wildcats did get 1 across the plate there. Wildcats the home team in this particular pool play game. All pool play games 60 minutes here today. Have 1 more pool play game tomorrow morning around 10, and then we'll go into actual tournament play. How long are the tournament play games, Blue? 60, 65? Okay. So tomorrow we'll be playing for an extra 5 minutes, and in those tournament games, if you're the home team, you get allowed the last bat. That's what's the biggest difference between pool play tournament games and actual tournament games, is once time has expired, it makes no difference whether you're in the middle of an inning or running around the bases. They call it once time has expired and the play has stopped. So tomorrow that will be what's different after that first pool play game. No runs so far except for the Wildcats, but this is their first opportunity at bat. Lineup for the Wildcats will be Hadley, Payson, Elena, PJ, Devin, KJ, Crossley, Corey, Sadie, and Stella to round it out. Started this game at exactly 5 o'clock. So once again, we have 60 minutes to play here. Starting things off for us will be Hadley French. Pitch on the way. Called for strike one to Hadley. Hadley will look for the sign. Get ready to step back into the box. Wildcats won their first pool play game, 7-0, earlier today. Ball one. So 1-1 the count here to Hadley. Hadley thinks about a bunt. That one's called strike two. So Hadley getting ready here. Swing and a miss for out number one for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Payson Moorman for the Wildcats. Oakley Dyer, the pitcher for the Rain. Outside for ball one. Too high for ball two. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Payson Moorman. That one's called too high for a ball. So 3-0 here to Payson Moorman. Payson looking for a perfect pitch here. Outside, and she'll get to take a walk. That brings up number 15, Elena Driscoll, into the batter's box for the Wildcats. With runner on first there. Ball thrown to 2. Sliding down. Called safe. So nice slide there from Payson. Pitch on the way. Strike on the outside corner. One and one the count to Elena Driscoll. Too low for a ball. P. Moore going to slide into 3, and she is safe. Two balls, one strike, the count to Elena Driscoll. That one's too low for a ball. So 3-1 the count to Driscoll. Outside for ball 4, and Elena Driscoll takes a walk. That'll bring up Peyton Johnson for the Wildcats. PJ, the catcher. Runners on second and third for the Wildcats. Payson over there on third. Too low for a ball. Driscoll's back there on 2. So the Rain is going to take a minute to talk to their pitcher, Oakley Dyer. I think the Wildcat dugout is humming the Jeopardy theme. That's what I'm hearing right now. 1 out for the Wildcats with Peyton Johnson up to bat. Peyton knocks that one over to the first baseman. We'll see if she can outrun her. She's going to get there. So PJ gets an RBI there as she gets thrown out at first, but brings a run in for the Wildcats. Go Wildcats, go Wildcats, go. Go Wildcats, go Wildcats, go. That brings up Devin Poff for the Wildcats. Devin will step back in. Ball 1 goes by. Too high for ball 2. So 2 outs, 1-1, the score. Swing and a miss there to Devin. Wind has died down a little bit right now. Feels good out here. Stadium lights on. Pitch inside for a ball. So 3-1 the count here to Devin Poff. Too high for ball 4, and Devin takes a walk. That'll bring up Kinsley Johnson for the Wildcats. KJ with runners on first and third, corners in scoring position. Driscoll's there on third. Devin on first with KJ batting. Outside for ball 1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Pitch on the way in the dirt for a ball. Runners are all going to go back. Got past the catcher, so they thought about stealing home. But Oakley covered the plate for the Rain, so they went back to second and third. So now runners in scoring position on second and third for the Wildcats. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2-2 the count here to KJ.
Keep your head down, KJ. Let's go.
She'll knock that one foul out of the ballpark to get another ball thrown back in here. Umpire has one. So KJ will come on back. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count to KJ. She'll knock that one popped over second base. It is dropped. And that'll bring home Devin Poff and Elena Driscoll.
Hey, keep your head down, babe. Let's go.
With a score of 3-1 and 2 outs, Crossley Marple comes up to the plate.
Head down, babe. Let's go.
So Crossley looking to be a hitter here. That one's too low. Throw to 2, not quite in time. As KJ arrives safely. One ball, no strikes. Count to Marple. Swing and a miss there. Strike 2 call on Marple there.
Hey, cross. Hey, just relax. Keep your head down, babe.
Pitch on the way. Too high for a ball.
Crossley, relax. Take a breath.
PJ steals. PJ steals third so hard. Sorry, that's KJ. Hits, like, steals it so hard she gets the base out of the ground. So a nice steal there from KJ. She'll knock that one down the third baseline almost. Almost got her coach there.
There you go, Nines. You got it now. Just relax. Keep your head down.
That one's too low for a ball.
Head down, babe. Let's go.
She'll swing and a miss. Force out 3 and strike 3. Wildcats put 3 on the board that time. So 3-1 is the score. 60-minute games. As I mentioned, we kicked this one off exactly at 5 o'clock. We played about 21 minutes here in this game. Wildcats facing off against the rain here. Cloudy skies and 43, the low for this evening. Sunday, as we head back out to the ballpark, should be a little bit warmer. Partly cloudy skies, high of 66 expected. High was only of 60 today. Winds should be from the northeast at 5 to 10. Wildcats will face off tomorrow morning. Is that game at exactly 10? 10:15 is that game. Just to let you know, I will not be broadcasting that game tomorrow. London, the game will be on. We'll have the video on, but I will not be here as London, Crossley's twin sister, is singing in church tomorrow. So I'll be raising a hallelujah with London Lucille at Crossings tomorrow. But she sings at 9:30, so when she's done singing, I'll come over here and get hooked up as quickly as I possibly can. Once again, that's a pool play game tomorrow morning at 10:15, and then we'll go into tournament play. After that game, it is single elimination, so you lose, you go home, is the rule of thumb on that. I believe this is Cora. This is Dravin Brooks for the rain. Pitch from Corey on the way. Swing and a miss. That one's called low for a ball. So Dravin Brooks for the rain. Corey Burson pitching for the Wildcats. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Dravin Brooks. Wildcats on top 1-3 so far here. This is the top of the second. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for out number 1. That brings up Cora McKeever. So 1 out for the Wildcats. They're on top 3-1 here versus the Reign of Cashin, Oklahoma. It's called inside for a ball.
Good pitch, Corey.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here, the count to Cora McKeever. 1 out. It's called for a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strikes here to Cora. Outside for ball 3. We're sitting directly behind the plate, so sometimes I can't see what the umpire says. Pitch on the way from Corey. There's a strike, surely. No? That was a strike, yes. That was a strike. Okay. So now I believe we're at a full count here. Good pitch from Corey Burson. Swing and a miss. Throw to Sadie Lanier for out number 2. So 2 outs here for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Sutton Topherson for the Reign. One to 3 the score. Wildcats on top. There's a strike. No balls, 1 strike here to Sutton. Strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 3. So the Wildcats don't give anything up that time. Score now 3-1. Started this game at 5 o'clock on the dot. It is 5:26. Wildcats taking on the Reign, not the R-A-I-N, the R-E-I-N. G-N. R-E-I. There's like several Reigns, but we're only talking about one. This was like the reigning champions, right? Okay. As I mentioned, if you're just joining us here for this second game, really nice fields here in Midwest City where the Wildcats are playing. All turf fields, so you don't necessarily have to worry about rain or sliding in mud or anything like that. Really nice little playground here behind us for all of the littles to play at, or the siblings. Enjoying that part of it. Bathrooms are easy to get to. Concession stand looks pretty legit. And we'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully, most of the day, because that means we'll be winning all day tomorrow. We will not know what seed we are in the tournament until after we play that third pool play game, which will take place tomorrow at 10:15. And then we should know. Uh-oh. Oh, the pitcher for the Reign literally knocked the camera off. It flew right into his lap. That actually worked out well, because it could have went smashing into the cement, but it fell right into his lap, so it worked out. On deck for the Wildcats will be Corey Burson. So the pitcher, Corey Burson, steps into the batter's box looking to get a hit for the Wildcats. Pitch on the way. Foul tip back. No balls, 1 strike here to Burson. Waiting for the catcher to get her mask adjusted just a little bit, and Burson will step back in. Pitch is low for a ball. Three to 1 the score. Wildcats on top. They're hollering good pitch, but I don't think they could see this side. That was called for ball 3 or 2. Swing and a miss. For strike 2. So 2-2 the count, I believe, here to Burson. Too low for a ball. So now we're at a full count here. Walk's as good as a hit here for Burson. We'll see which one she wants to come up with. Swing and a miss. That'll be out number 1 for the Wildcats.
Come on, Sadie.
Here comes Sadie Lanier for the Wildcats. So 1 out, 1-3 to score. Wildcats on top. That one's called strike 1, inside corner. Too high for a ball there. I don't know what the Wildcats are spelling. Pitcher got ahead of herself just a little bit. The umpire wasn't quite ready, so Sadie did swing at that one, but it did not count.
There you go, Sadie.
Swing and a miss. Pitch on the way. Too low for a ball. So 2-2 the count to Lanier. She'll foul tip that one back. So Sadie Lanier will step back in. With 1 out, Wildcats on top 3-1. Too high for a ball. She'll knock that one back to the pitcher. Oakley will throw it over to 1, get the out in time for out number 2 for the Wildcats. That'll bring up Stella Malwick. So here comes Stella stepping in for the Wildcats. Stella pitched the first game for the Wildcats where they won 7-1. Ball too high. Did a great job in the first game. So the Wildcats won pretty handily. Pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. So 2-0 the count to Stella Malwick. I believe her grandparents are listening, so we want to say hi to them. Swing and a miss there to Stella. She wanted that one, just waited a little bit late. Two outs for the Wildcats, 1-3 to score. And gets past the catcher for ball 2, I believe. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Stella.
There you go, Stella.
Swing and a miss. So we have arrived at a full count here to Stella. Stella's going to step back in and get ready. That one's too low for ball 4, and Stella takes a walk. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup for the Wildcats, where Hadley French will lead off. Payson Mormon on deck. Go Wildcats, go Wildcats, go! Foul tipped over, almost over the net. It'll roll back in. Catcher does a good job catching that one. Doesn't count. She caught it off the net, but she did a great job there.
There you go, Hadley.
Here comes Hadley French. Runner on first is Malwick. Change up attempt there for ball number 2. So 1-1 the count. Go Wildcats, go! Wildcats, go! That one's called outside for a ball. Malwick thinks about 2. Catcher for the Rain, not afraid to throw it, has made some good tosses over to 2. Stella decides to stay safely on 1. Hadley French will step back in for the Wildcats.
There you go, Hadley.
Outside for a ball. Hadley French batting for the Wildcats with Malwick on 1. That one gets past the catcher, so Stella arrives safely on 2. It's a tough backstop back there. It sounds like cement when they hit it. So Hadley steps back in. Strike 3 and out number 3 for the Wildcats. No, it's not 3 outs. Yeah, okay, it is. I was like, it's not 3. That is 3.
It was over the middle.
1-3 the score here. Wildcats still on top. 5:36 the time. We started this game at 5 o'clock on the dot. Wind picking up just a little bit. Wildcats facing off against the Oklahoma Rain here today in pool play at the Midwest City Tournament. Cloudy skies and 43 expected for the low this evening. As I mentioned, we were supposed to thinking we were going to get rain. We have avoided the rain, but it is cloudy. And this is about as warm as it's going to get today. It started out a little bit windier. Winds kind of died down. It picks up a little bit of gust, but not too bad here. We're facing the wind. So we'll go back to play here. At the top of the 3rd, Corey Burson getting some encouragement from her teammates there. She'll get ready to go back to the circle. This is Emma Norman leading off for the Rain. Ball 1 called. Emma Norman, the batter. Swing and a miss there to Norman. So 1-1 the count here. Wildcats still lead 3-1 over the Rain. Bunt attempt there, called for a strike. So 2 strikes here on Emma. Swing and a miss for out number 1 on the Wildcats. It's 3. So 1 down. That'll bring up June Buck for the Rain. Corey's pitch on the way. Strike 1. Pitch on the way. That one's called outside for a ball. So 1-1 the count here to June Buck. That one's called low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to June. Burson's pitch on the way. That one's a strike. So 2-2 the count here to June. 1 out. 3-1 the score. She swung. PJ's going to try to get her on a drop strike 3, but not quite in time. We're going to call time for just a moment. I think Coach Driscoll's asking, is it called a strike and she missed? How is it an out when you get to run? I don't really know the answer either, but we're going to get some explanation here. So you guys can kind of see what they're talking about. Coach Tony's. Is he asking about interference? Just the call in general? Okay. So the umpires are going to visit just a little bit about it. I think the call will still stand on the field, but we're still going to call the play safe on 1. Wildcats have 1 out here. As Charlie Fitzgerald is back. Top of the lineup for the Reign. Charlie struck out her last at bat. That one's called a ball. Pitch on the way. There's a strike. She leave early? Well, we have 2 outs now. I think they said she tried to leave early on 1. I'm not exactly sure what the call is there, but either way, she's out. Okay. But why is she out? Ball popped up. Almost got it by PJ. So the pitch didn't count, and the batter left first base, which called her automatically out. So 2 outs for the Wildcats, 1-3 the score. Swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes the count here to Charlie Fitzgerald. Foul tip back.
That's $1, PJ. $5. $5.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that will be out number 3 for the Wildcats. .543 is the time. Coaches are asking for the time. We started at 5 o'clock, so we still have 17 minutes left to play. Wildcats are the home team this time, but that doesn't necessarily mean you get last bat. It just means it's when time is over. That's just kind of how the order of things goes. I think we'll start over here with Payson Moorman. She'll start things off for us. So Payson Moorman will start things off for the Wildcats. It'll be Payson, Elena, PJ, Devin, and KJ all in the lineup. We have presented the Wildcat dugout with a funky chicken and a screaming goat to inspire them. Crusley, how is the chicken and the goat working out in the dugout? You can hear the chicken, but you cannot hear the goat? Okay. The goat doesn't scream loud enough, but the chicken is pretty loud. So we'll stay with that. So P. Moore Start things off for the Wildcats here today. Wildcats lead 1-3. Payson, Elena, and PJ here to kick things off for the Wildcats. We've enjoyed the officials here today at the game. Our dancing umpires out in the field this time. Oh, we're going to do chicken dance it up? We are. How long has it been since you guys did the chicken dance? Hot minute?
You're not even doing it.
So Paymore will lead off for the Wildcats. Payson walked her last at bat. She'll sling this one over to second, bobbled by the second baseman. Payson can run it out, but she gets called out there. So that'll be out number one. Good hustle from Payson there, though. Here comes Elena Driscoll for the Wildcats. She walked her last at bat as well. That one's outside for a ball. Pitch on the way, low for a ball. Little pitcher for the Rain really likes to fire it in fast. They've had to tell her a couple of times to slow it down and wait till the umpire's ready. That one's inside for a ball. So waiting for a good pitch here is Elena Driscoll. 3 balls, no strikes, the count to Driscoll. There's a strike. So 3-1 the count now to Driscoll.
There you go, Elena.
Too high. And Elena will take her second walk of the day. That brings up Peyton Johnson. Peyton hit one to first base earlier. Looking to get one here this afternoon. Grounded out to first. Inside for a ball. Driscoll takes off to 2, arrives safely. Once again, though, the Rain catcher, she's done a great job throwing it to 2. She's not afraid to throw it, made some really good throws there to 2, just haven't been quite in time yet. Wildcats just a little bit quicker. Outside for a ball. PJ Johnson. She'll knock that one back to her own dugout this time. So 2-1 the count to Peyton Johnson. Catcher for the Wildcats. Peyton, big hit. Goes way over center fielder's head. Runs all the way back to the fence, and PJ will have an opportunity to maybe get an in-the-field park home run. That'll bring Elena Driscoll across the plate for sure. They can't get it in, and PJ Johnson with the home run for the Wildcats. Muscles showing and all. Stillman, tell Stillman he has to give her all the money back.
Stillman, you have to pay her back.
Yeah, you got to give her the money back. Stillman's just going to throw the wallet at her. So do we get 2 across there?
Good eye, Devin. Good eye.
That brings up Devin D. Money Poff. Takes the ball as it goes by for ball 1. 5-1 the score now for the Wildcats. There's strike 1 to Devin. Devin. Too high for a ball there. 2 balls. 1 strike to Devin.
There you go, Devin.
Pitch on the way. Too low for a ball. So 3 balls, 1 strike here, the count to Devin Poff. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Shout out to Kenzie and Tessa if they're listening today. They're in Austin over the weekend. Kind of the same weather in Austin, though. Still kind of cloudy and rainy. Swing and a miss there, but Devin's going to run to 1. They're going to make the throw, and that will be out number 2 for the Wildcats. That brings up Kinsley Johnson. So here comes KJ, looking to match her twin sister PJ's home run in the field home run, but it hit all the way to the wall. Bounced one time. Hit the wall. No balls, 1 strike so far here to KJ. Wildcats lead 5-1. Too high for a ball there. Swing and a miss there. Slung back over the net, back foul, over the dugout of the rain. Went a long way. Have to get a different ball thrown in here. Umpire gives us 1, and KJ will step back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Keep your head down. You got it, KJ.
KJ walked her last at bat, I believe. Change up attempt there for a ball. So 2 and 2 the count to here to KJ. Inside for a ball. Full count now here to Kinsley Johnson. Foul ball once again, so Kinsley battling here. Hitting this foul ball, same place. We're going to go retrieve some balls out there. That's what some youngsters are doing here, which is helpful.
Gotta be a good one, KJ. Let's go.
So KJ battling here. Oakley Dyer, the pitcher for the Rain. Another foul ball. Foul tip back this way. KJ ready. She'll sling that one back into herself. She wasn't sure exactly what the call would be there. But she's battling. She's battling. We want her to come out the winner on this one. 2 outs for the Wildcats, 1-5 the score. Foul tips another one. She thought she missed it. She was ready to run. This is making KJ nervous, I feel like. It's making her nervous. Too high, and KJ will take a walk. Here comes Crossley Marple. So that brings up Crossley Marple. She struck out her last at bat. We're hoping for something better this time. 2 outs, 1-5 the score. She'll sling that one back foul. Uh-oh, the chicken's coming out. The chicken has come out to inspire Crossley Marple.
Head down, babe.
Swing and a miss. KJ takes off for 2, arrives safely there on second.
Keep your head down. There you go, just like that. Head through.
Here we go, Nines. Foul tip back.
Hey, head down. Let's go.
Ball game is called. So that will be the end of the ball game here today. Wildcats win that one 1-5. Once again, they play at 10:15 tomorrow. For sure, the game will be on, so we will catch you guys back here then. Wildcats win